Well, good morning. Today is January 6th, 2022. It is Thursday, and you can see it's daylight out. I had to step up and help relieve some of the pressure this morning because of the workload, and one driver on vacation and another one out being sick. And so I had to go all the way out to Prescott this morning and back, and then stopped by and dropped off a soda over to Fabio, the mechanic, because he says today is the day. He says today the engine's going to come out, and hopefully the new engine will be dropped tomorrow at the location. So, like I mentioned yesterday, the workload and the availability of drivers has been reduced, and as a result did not get as much done as I wanted to get done. I did get some of the legal entity structuring in place inside of OneNote, created a bunch of tabs and started to separate out that information, and then last night I opted not to do any secondary night work. Instead, I stopped by over at the shop to check on the Dodge Grand Caravan and check on the status of the progress. And my thought process was, if I had to be up early in the morning driving when it was dark at 85 miles an hour, I did not want to have that risk. And so I'm sorry, but I've got navigation going on in my headset as well, so I don't know if this is coming across on the video, but that's why I'm pausing. I did not want to drive when it was dangerous. I wanted to make sure that I had plenty of rest, so I went to bed last night about 8 o'clock. Woke up this morning at about 4:30, and got out the door at about 6 o'clock, dropped it at 7:30, and then back on the road, heading back to the office now. So today I will do my best to keep forging away, but like I said, we're short individuals, and let's minimize the goal in order to feel successful. And so the goal will be at a minimum just to get the legal entity broken into different sections, and those different sections are things like living trusts, corporations, individual retirement accounts, charitable remainder trusts, limited family partnerships, and that type of stuff. But it really just kind of shows how things need to be broken down. The challenge that I have is, they say that, go get this stuff put in place, but really there's no assets to put inside of any of these things. So I think, we're just breaking down the notes that we took into action steps that need to be done at some point in time, and hopefully after, say, 1 to 5 years, we'll have those entities in place and all the accounts moved over, and dotting all the I's and crossing all the T's. And the question may be, why do all this type of stuff? And it really comes down to reducing tax liability, not relying on a simple will once I'm no longer here, to avoid the probate process, and to make sure that all the assets are there in place for Tracy if she survives longer than I do, and or Aaron. Like I mentioned in earlier videos, I really don't see the boys at this point in time in their life wanting to step up and build a relationship, and so that will take a number of years to finalize, if that even does become a reality. The girls, I don't know that they necessarily have any interest in what it is that I'm building right now, but looking at Erin and her progress through the education system and whatnot, this could set her up for life. And quite frankly, I think that once she actually sees that, I'm doing this and I'm making money, I think that may really entice her to want to come on over and see what it is that Dad's doing. So my hope is that Erin will be the one that takes this and runs with it. The secondary person would be Brianna, although I think that she sees the big picture. She sees the benefit of it. She's got her own plan that she's working, which I'm very proud of. But I don't know that she necessarily wants, to manage everything that I've built. And I don't blame her, The third possibility would be to just hire somebody to take over and manage what it is that we have in place and give them an annual salary, if you will, and a percentage of whatever it is that we're able to accumulate. So making all these entities, this has the potential of affecting generation upon generation, because these entities never die. They have a federal tax ID number, and those exist as long as those entities exist, versus the Social Security number, which ends with the individual. So you can see that as wealth starts to build up, and if you're just making 10% every month on your money, it continually can grow. And if it continually has the potential of growing, this has life-changing potential for the family. So, all right, so I'm going to end it at that. I'm still probably about 5 minutes away from work, but I've really got to start wrapping my head around the tasks at hand for the day. And traffic's a little heavier, obviously, because I'm leaving a little bit later in the morning in order to be able to get to work. And so again, trying to minimize the risk-reward factor there. So I'm going to let you go. I hope you guys have a great day. As you can see in pictures around me, there's no clouds in the sky. It's a beautiful day here in Phoenix, Arizona, so I hope that you take on the day. I hope you enjoy it to the max, and give your kids a hug. Give them a kiss. Tell them you love them, and I'm going to do that to you. I love you, and I look forward to hopefully spending more time with you in the future. Love you. Bye for now.